It was the early 80s. I was either 3, maybe 4 years out of high school. Went to school a little while, had jobs. Um, this was like 1983 or 84. Went to college for a little bit. Like I said, just doing gigs here and there. A friend of mine who played drums and keyboards, he hooks up a gig at our whole high school. Okay, our old high school. One of the counselors wanted a band to perform for a talent show they was doing, and right away I was like, man, I don't want to do that. I don't, hey, we're adults now. They're kids. They're high school kids. I don't want to perform. You know how, and especially one of those talent shows. No, no, we're not part of the talent or anything. He says we're going to be like the house band. You know, us and a few other guys we know. We're going to get there and be the house band. We're going to entertain either between acts or something like that, and close out the show with a few songs. So we're not going to be part of the talent. We're going to be the house band. And so I'm like, I don't know, man. He says, no, man. We should do this, man. Well, we'll find out. It was, like I said, it was a favor, or I think I said it was a favor for one of our old counselors back then that he kept in touch with, at the high school. And so the gig was free. We were just doing it for a favor. I said, man, come on, man. I'd like to at least get paid for this. Come on, man. It's for counselor so and so, who I knew too, and he was a cool guy. So I don't know. The keyboard player ended up, my friend. He ended up talking us into it. It was me, him on keyboards, me on bass, of course. Another friend of ours who also went to the same high school. He was on guitar, and a drummer friend of ours who didn't go to that same high school. He was another, but he was helping us out. So we decided to do the gig. We're practicing. We're getting to practice the stuff we're going to do at the gig. We're thinking it's going to be like a few, 2 or 3 like pop 40 top 40 tunes that we're going to do. Hits that people know. And the keyboard player says no. I was going to do some original stuff. I said original. Me and the guitar player kind of looked at each other. What do you mean original? So we don't have to do original. So these kids don't know nothing about that. They want to hear the hits. They want to, it's top 40. They want to do something with it. And he's like, no. I want to promote, the stuff that I do. I think I want to do that. And I said, no, man. They're not going to respond to it. They don't know anything about your stuff. We get up there, we're going to get, kicked off the stage or something. It's gonna be all right, man. So I don't know. Maybe my friend, the keyboard player, he had a gift for gab, so he just sometimes like talk you into stuff that you really didn't want to do. But that's what he did. He talked us into it. We said okay, and we learned the tunes, and then he starts teaching us this choreography. Some of these songs off of Carol Burnett or the Midnight Special or something. That kind of choreography. I'm like, dude, because he had a lot of side kicking and no, it was gonna work. But we rehearsed and we're gonna do that too, right? So me and the guitar player especially, we were pretty close friends, and we could how you can look at somebody and see what they're thinking, and we're looking at each other like this ain't gonna work. This is not gonna work. At a high school talent show, no, it's not gonna work. We get to the high school, our alma mater, a day before, and we're just setting up where we're going to set up and everything, getting everything straight. And there's like this, staircase. It's a long staircase that goes up and then it stops. It's just a staircase that they use for the performing arts classes, in the high school, the drama club or whatever they call it. And he pulls that thing out. It's like on these rollers. He pulls it out, and there's a big staircase. Is at least I don't know, 20 feet. At least 20 feet goes up. And we're like, what the hell are you doing with that? Oh well, when I whip the crowd into like a frenzy, I'm gonna start dramatically going up the staircase and singing up there at the top and really giving it to them. I'm like, You'll never get up that staircase. Never. And I was right. Come the day of the gig, or the night of the gig. We're looking at all the talent that's coming through there. Some people were good, some people were better. But it was a pretty good show. The crowd didn't give him too hard of a hard time because they weren't bad. There wasn't, they weren't, there was some people were good, some people were okay, but nobody was bad. So it was a pretty good talent show. So here we come. We're gonna close out the show. Remember I told you about that staircase, right? So the counselor comes out and says, okay, this is the so-and-so band. I won't say the name of the band. This is the so-and-so band. They're going to perform for you, blah, 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 right? We come out there and we start doing the side kicking and stupid choreography he wanted to do. And we're playing one of his tunes that, the kids don't know anything about. And I'm telling you, but we're giving it our all. We're giving it our all. And the kids are out there looking at us. They don't say one word. I mean, no yelling, no screaming, of course. But I mean, they look at us like we're aliens from another planet playing up there. I mean, that's the kind of vibe we were getting. And I'm like, oh, we're dying up here. I told you about my friend on guitar. I mean, we're looking at each other, like, oh God. Then I look back at the drummer. He was giving us the same feeling, right? So the keyboard player comes from the keyboards and grabs the mic and starts singing. The best I can describe his voice, I mean, I'm sorry, but this is what I felt at the time, and I still know him. He's still around. And this was years ago. This is early 1980s. His voice sounded like, the best I can describe it, a cow with tonsillitis. Ooh, no, it wasn't hitting it. I'm done. Oh man, sorry about that. Anyway, no, it wasn't hitting it. It was just terrible. It was just absolutely terrible. And that's when you started hearing stuff. Started get out. You started hearing things, right? So I told you about the staircase, right? So as the guitar player is like playing a little solo, here he comes to this. Here's what I'm thinking. He's like dancing over to the staircase he's going to ascend. Okay, well, like I said, I called it right. He never got up that staircase. He kind of danced off stage while the guitar player was playing the solo. Well, after my man started playing the solo, okay, we're waiting for him to come back out and finish the song. We're waiting, and waiting. He didn't come out. The three of us, me, the guitar player, and the drummer, just on stage wondering where this guy at, right? So I'm looking over the side stage, stage left, trying to see him. I think he's hiding behind something or whatnot. So we're out there dying. We're dying especially because I start seeing a copper penny pop up on stage. Then another copper penny, pop up on stage. And I think I saw a dime and not over a quarter, but a nickel, and and then I started seeing pieces of paper. I'm not joking. Pieces of paper, and man, what stole the cake was, I think I saw a taco shell. I swear, this yellow thing came crashing. Yeah, it was a taco shell, right down on the mic stand, right at the bottom of the base over there when I was standing. I'm like, oh my God. We're getting food thrown at us and stuff like that. And then that's when we started hearing the boy, stuff like that. Me and the guitar player look at each other, and we kind of do a backward sashay back to where the drummer's in back of us, right? And we're having a little emergency powwow over there. Man, what do we do, man? What do we do? My man that walked off stage, we're out here dying. And, the guitar player looks at me and goes, stop. So we 1, 2, 3, boom, we stop. Okay, the guitar player had like one of those earlier wireless systems, with the big box and stuff, not like that. Nothing like it is now. It's much simpler. But nothing was, he was wireless. Nothing was holding him down. He hurry up and practically run off stage, The drummer, of course, was just sitting on his throne, you know, at the drum set. So he sprints off stage. I'm the only one that's got a cord, the old-fashioned cord in my face, and I'm trying to get loose, you know, right quick as the curtain is coming down. I'm the last face they all saw, man. You know, just kind of, you know, trying to get off. Oh man, we went back out there on the side, and we confronted the keyboard player. Says, "Man, where were you, man? Why you letting us out to die like this?" "Well, I was trying to tell you to cut it and come off, and you know, cut." Dude, I don't think I ever played for him after that again. But I mean, you left us out there to die, and it was just terrible. And you know, when we got off stage and the curtain was drawn, I think they were still booing. You know, that was the first and last time I was ever booed on stage. Thank goodness. Base story. Just thought I'd throw in there. Crazy. This is Earl on the Max Proud channel. If you've ever had an experience of, you know, dying out there on stage, you know, everybody goes through it. You know. So drop me a line. Let me hear your story. I think it'd be interesting. All right. Till next base. This is Earl on the Max Proud channel. That was a hell of a memory. Hope I never go through that again. See you.